I'm so happy, so gracious, so thankful that you guys choose to spend your beautiful Thursdays with me. It is such a blessing because I know you could be anywhere, literally. You could, I don't know, you could be in the club, like I like to say. You could be at your friend's house. You could be at work, you know, getting in like overtime. You could be anywhere in the world. You could be on a cruise, you know, I don't know. You could be vacationing. You could be grocery shopping. But I'm so happy that you choose to be here with me. And wow, guys, so crazy. I'm literally looking up in the sky and I see the moon is like right above my head. You probably think I'm lying, but hold on, okay? You see it? How amazing is that? Okay, you saw it. The moon is right above my head, so you already know that we're exactly where we need to be, all right? And that God has a plan for our lives, all right? So to be honest with you guys, I literally, like I say on this channel, thank you for joining us. I am Doremi Lo. Get ready to grow up and glow up with the Lord, all right? One step at a time. So no, I do not worry. I used to worry years ago before I put my weight and before I started to trust in the Lord. But when I started trusting in God and I started seeing how reliable he was, okay, because he does say you can test him, I realized I could put my entire trust in God, all right? And that he would never lead me astray, that he would never hurt me, that he, you know, that he would never do anything that would damage me, all right? And so I just want to encourage you today, wherever you are in your life, don't worry, all right? Don't worry. Don't spend another minute worrying, but start to trust in the Lord, and you will see that he keeps his word, that he keeps his children, that he protects us, and that he has plans for us. And so that's why I'm here, because I just want us to know that God has a plan for our lives, and it's up to us to trust him. And when we walk with him, literally, like I like to say, we're walking one step at a time with him, all right? So guys, let me get into this Bible study because this area over here is getting a little empty. So thank you once more for joining me. I do appreciate you guys, I truly do. Make sure that you have your Bibles with you, because remember, I love to read directly from the Bible, all right? And I like for you guys to follow along, because that's how you know, like, hey, if she's saying this, is this true? So read it for yourself. Do the same when you're at church as well, okay? Or Bible study, wherever you are. Someone's reading something, even listen. You have an attorney or you're going through some type of court ordeal, you ask, hey, can I see those documents too? I'd like to read, okay? And always verify that what you're signing is what you're signing, okay? So, and that, listen, that could be a huge nugget for somebody. But guys, we're gonna hop on into it. I do ask for forgiveness last week. I was not here for Bible study. I did record it, but for some odd reason, I just felt, I didn't feel like it needed to be released, okay? And remember, on this channel, I said I like to follow the Lord. So I'm never gonna do something because it's like, oh, this is the day we have to do it. I like to follow the leading of the Lord, all right? So yesterday was not the day. But what I'll do is, if I have some time tomorrow, make sure that you pop up, and I will come back tomorrow and I'll give you guys an addition. We'll do another Bible study, all right? So we will stay literally on task and on target, all right, guys? Again, I can't with these people. There's a Mercedes, okay, behind the camera, all right? So I need to be careful, all right? Okay, good. I guess he heard me, because now he's driving away very fast, okay? So let's just hop on into it, okay? It's getting dark, but I need to keep my word, and we're gonna hop on into it. So we're in 1 Kings chapter 9, all right? And then come back tomorrow and we'll read chapter 10. And it came to pass, when Solomon had finished the building of the house of the Lord and the king's house, and all Solomon's desire which he was pleased to do, that the Lord appeared to Solomon the second time, as he had appeared unto him at Gibeon, And the Lord said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and thy supplication that thou hast made before me. I have hallowed this house which thou hast built, to put my name there forever, and mine eyes and mine heart shall be there perpetually. So can you imagine? God is letting us know that the house that King Solomon built for him, that his eyes are always on that house, that he's always watching, all right? And if thou wilt walk before me, as David thy father walked, in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and wilt keep my statutes and my judgments, then I will establish the throne of thy kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David thy father, saying, there shall not fail thee a man upon the throne of Israel. So do you see? God is talking to King Solomon, and he's letting him know that if you just keep my commandments and you keep your end of the bargain, I got you. All right? Verse 6. But if you shall at all turn from following me, you or your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them. And this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And at this house which is high, every one that passeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss, and they shall say, why hath the Lord done thus unto this land and to this house? And they shall answer, because they forsook the Lord their God, who brought forth their fathers out of the land of Egypt, and have taken hold unto other gods, and have worshipped them and served them. Therefore hath the Lord brought upon them all this evil. So I would love for you guys to read Deuteronomy chapter 28. It's going to give you more information about the Lord, how he gives us an option that if we follow him, we will have many blessings. But if we choose to disobey him, there will be a lot of curses that will come upon our lives. All right. So I want you to read that, because I think a lot of people, they play with God because they don't believe him, or maybe, like I said, they don't know him for themselves. So they're not sure. But I'm letting you know that God does have ways, and when we follow him and we say that we're going to trust him and we're going to rock with him, he wants us to do things his way. All right, because that's what he's saying. His ways are higher than our ways, and we don't know what to do. So we have to lean on him, and he will lead us. All right. Tomorrow I will add probably something additional, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to do too much. Like I said, let me check my surroundings. Yeah, it's getting darker. All right, so let's continue. All right, verse 10. And it came to pass at the end of 20 years, when Solomon had built the two houses, the house of the Lord and the king's house. Now Hiram, the king of Tyre, had furnished Solomon with cedar trees and fir trees and with gold, according to all his desire. That then Solomon gave Hiram 20 cities in the land of Galilee. And Hiram came out from Tyre to see the cities which Solomon had given him, and they pleased him not. And he said, what cities are these which thou hast given me, my brother? And he called them the land of Kabul unto this day. And Kabul, guys, in the little footnote, it says that is displeasing. It means displeasing or dirty. So like, what are these little dirty cities that you've given to me? All right. And Hiram sent to the king 60 talents of gold. And this is the reason of the levy which King Solomon raised for to build the house of the Lord, and his own house, and Milo, and the wall of Jerusalem, and Hazor, and Megiddo, and Gezer. For Pharaoh, king of Egypt, had gone up and taken Gezer, and burnt it with fire, and slain the Canaanites that dwelt in the city, and given it for a present unto his daughter Solomon's wife. All right, so we know what happened with that area. Pharaoh gave Gezer, all right, to his daughter after he burned the Canaanites out of the area. All right. And Solomon built Gezer and Beth Horon, the nether. Sorry guys, I think I'm being bitten. And Belath, and Tadmor in the wilderness in the land, and all the cities of the store that Solomon had, and cities for his chariots, and cities for his horsemen, and that which Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem and in Lebanon, and in all the land of his dominion. And all the people that were left of the Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, which were not of the children of Israel, their children that were left after them in the land, whom the children of Israel also were not able utterly to destroy, upon those did Solomon levy a tribute of bond service unto this day. So the people of that land, they're not Israelites, they have to pay a levy. Okay, let me continue because it's getting super dark. But of the children of Israel did Solomon make no bondmen, but they were men of war, and his servants, and his princes, and his captains and rulers of his chariots and his horsemen. These were the chief of the officers that were over Solomon's work, 550, which bare rule over the people that wrought in the work. But Pharaoh's daughter came up out of the city of David unto her house, which Solomon had built for her. Then did he build Milo. And that reminds me, guys, please look out for the video, the fun video that I said I was going to upload about Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I totally already filmed that video when I said I was going to film it. But then if I make one mention about something, I have to find, I gotta find where, like, the reference. All right, so there was something I saw in Pop the Balloon. I'm still trying to find the reference. When I find it, you will see that video, okay? But hopefully it'll be sometime this weekend. So let's hop back into the word. Verse 25. And three times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offerings upon the altar which he built unto the Lord. And he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the Lord. So he finished the house. And King Solomon made a navy of ships in Ezion Geber, which is beside Eloth, on the shore of the Red Sea, in the land of Edom. And Hiram sent in the navy his servants, shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon. And they came to Ophir, and fetched from thence gold, 420 talents, and brought it to King Solomon. All right. So I just think it's really interesting, and give me a minute, guys. I'm going to rearrange myself for the video. I'm so happy that I rearranged myself for the video because I turned around and somebody is like right there. All right. So yes, I just want you guys to know that what I find interesting is that when King Solomon built the Lord's house, he received a lot of his furnishings, like, the materials, raw materials, from King Hiram, all right, which is the king of Tyre. And what's crazy now is he ends up giving back the king of Tyre 20 cities, but he says this is Kabul, like dirty, like not acceptable. So I'm wondering about how their interaction is going to be moving forward. All right. So it's so interesting because we can't do that. It can't be that somebody gives us something amazing and a lot of great material, and then in exchange, all right, we want to thank them, but we give them something that is not as pleasing. All right. So I find that interaction interesting. So we're going to continue to read. Like I said, tomorrow, pop up, we will read chapter 10, and I feel like this happens for a reason. All right, we need to read chapter 10 because I think it's going to give us more information about the chapter that we're reading currently. All right, chapter 9. But also what I would like for us to think about, another thing, is that, and give me a minute, guys, because with sitting down and then standing up and then watching my area, I need to take a moment to remember what I wanted to say. Yes, what I find it interesting is that towards the end of this chapter, we see that it is again king of Tyre, Hiram, that is now giving again to King Solomon, all right, his men, so that they can help him, all right, as they're on the sea going to a new area. All right, so that's another thing. I mean, it's so interesting. You're gonna get help from somebody, then you're going to give them something, but they're looking at it like, why did you give this to me? They're kind of offended, and then they're going to offer help again, and you're going to receive the help. I don't know how this is going to turn out for King Solomon, but make sure that you pop up tomorrow and we're going to see. All right, so have a blessed night. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, and also, guys, make sure that you are subscribed, okay, on this channel. Like I said, we are growing up and glowing up with the Lord, all right? One step at a time. So I'm happy that you guys joined me. Be blessed. And yeah, pop up tomorrow. We're going to get more into it. All right? I'll see you soon.